ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So here we have seen Daksha becomes very, very angry, exceedingly angry. Vivruddha Manyohu. Vivruddha means which increases. Manyohu means angry. So he became very, very angry. And what did he do? Vinishkramya Jagama Nijam Niketanam. After being very angry, he left that place and went back to his house. Before going out, we saw that he had cursed Lord Shiva in his great anger. It is said here in Bhagavatam, this great personality advised him not to become angry and not to curse Lord Shiva or to leave that assembly. But anger is such that no advice will go, even if it is advised by such great personalities like Brahma. Nishuddhamanaha, he was requested not to do all these things. By whom? Sadasya Mukhyayi, all the members of that arena, their sacrifice was being conducted. So in spite of that, Giritraya Visarjasapam, he cursed Lord Shiva and left that. So Prabhupada is explaining in the purport some very important things, which is very essential for all of us who are practicing devotional service. Anger is very detrimental. We will see in what all way anger was detrimental for Daksha, and how anger is very detrimental for our spiritual life also. So, out of anger, he left such an auspicious place. Sometimes we find this happens with the devotees also. Some trivial problem we face among Vaishnavas with each other, and we become angry and leave the association of devotees. So we can see how anger is so detrimental. It is not an ordinary place. He left auspicious place and went back to his ordinary house. So Similarly, devotees should be very careful and understand the effects of anger can be so detrimental that a devotee can give up the company and association of devotees and go back to his normal life. That can be the effect of anger. How this place was very auspicious. Brahmaji was there. Lord Shiva, the most auspicious one, he was there. Great sages were there. Pious people were there. Saintly people were there. And they were all assembled there. What came into his mind that he left this place? Prabhupada explains, he thought this place is not fit for him. This is the effect of anger. Person will justify. So when a devotee leaves the association of devotees, his mentality will be also similar. This place is not fit for him. He will also think like this. So, Prabhupada says, what will be the result? The result of leaving the association of devotees will be, once again we become implicated in material modes of nature and we develop those qualities which are there in non-devotees. Because it's a fact, association is very important. With what kind of people we associate, we develop those kinds of qualities. It is very contagious. That is why it's a great help to be in association of devotees. That even though I may not have qualities of devotees, even though I may have so many weaknesses, but in association of devotees there is an encouragement in devotional service. Think sometimes that at least in association of devotees, by whatever reason, we are able to get up early in the morning, come for Mangal Aarati, chant the holy name, finish our prescribed duties, finish our sadhanas regularly. Because everyone else is doing, there is an encouragement, there is an authority structure. So there is some kind of pushing also which may be required in sadhana stage. So this atmosphere automatically encourages us. Imagine there is no association of devotees. We are left to ourselves. And we are in association of people who are getting up late in the morning. They do not chant. They do not do any kind of devotional service. How much difficult it is to finish even our 16 rounds. Forget about getting up early in the morning and doing varieties of services. Even to do 16 malas will be very difficult. So, we should always remember the gift which Srila Prabhupada has given all of us to practice devotional service in association of devotees. So, Anger is so detrimental that one can give up the association and take to the ordinary course of this life. Second, Prabhupada explains in the purport how anger can be detrimental. So he gave up the association of such saintly people and he went back to his house. Second, we can see all the members of assembly practically pleaded him, requested him not to be angry and not to leave that place. But in spite of their request, he left. So Prabhupada explains the reason. Puffed up by his exalted position, he thought no one was greater than he in argument. So this is another important point. Anger can be so detrimental, one will think, my arguments are best. Whatever arguments I am giving, even though there may be other superiors like Brahma, and all saintly people are there, but in spite of that, anger can be so detrimental, one will become puffed up of his whatever position he has got. Even materially, he is inferior to Lord Brahma. But whatever position he has got, he has become puffed up of that position. And the result is, one will not pay attention to others' advice at all. See? He is one single, his mind is speaking. And there are so many others. Not one or two, practically all of them are advising, all saintly people. But anger is so detrimental, no, I will not listen. So this is another effect of anger. That one loses the power of discrimination and he does not heed to the advice of more experienced people, and is carried away by the force of anger. Is carried away by the force of anger. Anger is a force. That's why we find in Nectar of Instruction, this is very important. Vacho Vegam, Manasaha Krodha Vegam. This is a Vegam. Person, you will find sometimes, moment, something, and why a person becomes angry? Is generally when one's sense gratification is impeded. In whatever way, subtle or gross. Sometimes grossly when one's sense enjoyment is impeded, one becomes angry. That is more gross, that anybody can understand. So in devotees, sometimes it may not be gross like that, but it will be very subtle. Our subtle sense enjoyment, gratification, name, fame, when that is impeded, nobody is obstructing your service. But name, fame, if even when that is impeded, we become angry. Why? He did not show the respect. So, this is another detrimental effect of anger. One gets carried away and one becomes falsely proud of his whatever position he has attained, and he does not pay any attention to his superiors. So Prabhupada says, another important thing you can see, an effect of anger. Daksha word itself implies expert in material activities. But even though he is expert in material activities, because he offended such a great personality, saintly person like Shiva, he was attacked by anger. Even though he is Daksha. That means, materially, he knows how to adjust things. Materially, he is expert. Material expert means even how to adjust anger, how to adjust lust, greed, all these things can be there. But these material adjustments will not work. If one has offended a devotee of the Lord, so he was attacked. Otherwise he was expert in material things. Sometimes we will find materially people may be expert in so many things. But this is a great obstacle if one offends a pure devotee of the Lord. Then there is no doubt about it that he will be affected immediately by three modes of material nature. Then Prabhupada explains that actually in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about these three gateways to hell. Three gateways to hellish life. So what is it? One is lust, anger, and passion or greed. So this comes in Bhagavad Gita 16.21. I will read that. Trividham narkasya idam dwaram nashanam atmanaha kamaha krodhas tatha lobhas tasmat etat tvayam tyajit. So Krishna personally is describing these three are gateway to hellish life. Every sane person should give up these three things. Sometimes we think that no, it does not matter, even if anger is there. Actually, these qualities are there in the soul. Greed is also there, anger is also there, lust is also there. But they have become completely opposite in the material world. Now, in devotional service, we have to purify them. We have to purify them. Prabhupada explained, it is not that devotee does not become angry. He has no emotions. It is not like that. We find great personalities becoming angry. So it has to be properly understood. Nanda became angry on the sons of Kuera and cursed them. But the result of their anger is a person who is benefited. Externally it may look like that they were cursed, but actually it was beneficial for them. they became liberated personally by the Lord. So, the quality of anger is there in the soul. So one has to become angry when the Supreme Lord or his devotees are offended. Naturally a devotee will become angry. But when it comes to our own sense gratification, some name, fame, position, one should restrain and not become angry, even though materially it is natural. So, this wave of anger for material purpose we have to stop. Otherwise, it is a gateway to hell. This is what one should understand. In real anger, one does not lose Vaishnava etiquettes. You don't find. Here we find Dasa, when he has become angry, it is detrimental for him and whatever nonsense he is doing, it is not good. He is carrying out only destructive activities in anger. Whereas, when a devotee is angry, we don't find such things happening. Devotee does not lose his power of discrimination because of anger. He is still thinking about the welfare of the other person. Can you think in anger, can somebody think about welfare of the other person? Very difficult. So we have to understand the difference between material anger and spiritual anger. There is a lot of difference. Similarly, we find Arjuna, Prabhupada says, without being angry on the enemies, it is not possible to fight the battle. One cannot be non-violent on the battlefield. The whole Bhagavad Gita was spoken to inspire Arjuna to become angry on the enemies and kill them. But you can see the difference. How actually he was not at all angry. Rather, he was more compassionate. He was thinking about them. But when Krishna explained to him that actually this is not real compassion is to kill them. That is real compassion. Then he said, yes, my dear Lord, I will do whatever you say. And then very valiantly he fought and killed. Same thing to people whom he was reluctant to fight. So there is a lot of difference in that anger. Similarly, Prabhupada explains there is another use of anger to keep away non-devotees. Sometimes it may be required. Externally becoming angry. Just like Prabhupada gives the example of one snake whom Narada had made his disciple. So the snake gave up his anger, gave up his enviousness, gave up everything. But he was being disturbed by people. Somebody would throw stone at him. And then it was becoming very difficult for him to carry out his services, in devotional service. So he expressed that to Narada, and Narada said that you don't bite, but externally at least you should show your anger. Then they will not disturb you. So there is a proper use of anger. So sometimes when we find that somebody is disturbing our devotional service, of course not on devotees, should not practice that in association of devotees, that is specifically meant for non-devotees. So sometimes, let us say for example, you had a good friend in your past life means our past ashram. And he comes and always talks to you and tries to, somehow or other pull you back from Krishna consciousness. The next one will become angry. Does not matter. And you say, no, you don't come here. Maybe required. So sometimes external anger may be there. But otherwise, if exceedingly we become angry, there is no doubt. If we lose control of our anger, then it is very detrimental. We lose all our discrimination. We will not hear what others have to say. We will just go by the force of anger. That is actually detrimental. So, Krishna is describing this. I will read this translation in Prabhupada explaining this. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should leave this up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. So actually, they are impacting our spiritual progress. They are leading to the degradation of the soul more and more. What is the meaning of degradation of the soul? The living entity may perpetually reside in the material world in repeated birth and death, because he is controlled by these three things and he is made to act based on these three things, and he will only act sinfully, and the result will be perpetual bondage in this material world. So in the purport, see what Prabhupada says. Beginning of demoniac life is described here. See, these are demoniac qualities one should understand. One tries to satisfy his lust. When he cannot, anger and greed arises. Sane man who does not want to glide down to the species of demoniac life must try to give up these three enemies, which can kill the self to such an extent there is no possibility of liberation from material entanglement. This is the meaning of killing the soul. It is so detrimental. Next one also we have to read. The man who has escaped these three gates of hell, or son of Kunti, performs acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. One who has not escaped, he cannot. Once one has escaped these three gates, these three enemies, lust, anger and greed, then he can perform activities which are conducive for self-realization. See, Prabhupada says in the book, one should be very careful of these three enemies to human life: lust, anger and greed. More a person is free from lust, anger and greed, more his existence becomes pure. Then he can follow the rules and regulations enjoined in Vedic literature. So, in the next, how it is linked, you can see. Krishna is telling, Yah Shastra Vidhi Utsrajya Vartate Kama Karata. There are only two ways of acting. You act out of lust, or that means whimsically. There is whimsical action. These three will induce you to perform whimsical actions. Other is to be sober and follow what Shastra Vidhi says. If we do not want to follow Shastra Vidhi and act whimsically, then we can act under lust, greed and anger. And Krishna is telling, if he is not abiding by Shastra Vidhi, there is no question of happiness, no question of peace. When there is no peace, where is happiness? There is no happiness. So Krishna is saying, he who discards scriptural injunction, acts according to his own ways, attains neither perfection, nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. See, I read this. If one does not follow them, these Shastra Vidhi Prabhupada is saying, and acts whimsically according to lust, greed and desire. So lust, greed and desire will make a person act whimsically. So this is the idea. One can see that in our Krishna conscious life, we have to avoid these three things. Otherwise, sometimes we think, what is there if I satisfy my lusty desires? Does not matter. Or if I become angry, or if I become materially greedy. Greed can be for money, for position, so many things. And once, this is Prabhupada saying, this is the beginning, so many other things will come. Enviousness will come. So many other demonic quality, pride will come, arrogance will come. All those things will also start. So stop with this Granth of the Bhagavatam.
One question. Yes. Regarding association you are speaking in the beginning of the class. If somebody says, my whole family is devotees and myself is in Navratri and I am home itself, then what is the necessity of coming to temple? I hear class and I don't want to. So why it become complicated in the association and community? Better I do it in my own good.
So then, there is general ward, there is emergency ward. Temple is like emergency ward, where very, what do you call it? The treatment is very, what do you say? Fast treatment is also there, and regular treatment you need. So general ward, generally you will find, that the doctor is also not so much paying attention, whereas he pays a lot of attention for emergency ward. So there is no doubt if somebody can practice it is good. But see, there is a difference between 2-3 people, husband, wife and 2 children. Here you find so many number of devotees, that also makes a lot of difference. And then there are so many material duties they have to carry out. It may not be so much possible that practically all the time they are only carrying out spiritual duties. But here Prabhupada somehow or other has given morning to night only spiritual duties. Apart from our Lochana. That is also actually spiritual. If we take it properly, it is nourishing the soul, not just the body. Say for example, husband has to go out for work, he has to go and meet so many kind of people who are materialistic, isn't it? Like that. Whereas here, it is all morning to night, only Krishna's related services. You go out to sell book, even that is for Krishna. You go out to make members, that is for Krishna. You are thinking of Krishna, even in that activity you will be thinking of Krishna. So practically definitely there is a difference. So somebody who wants to quickly benefit and join the temple, and somebody who finds it a little difficult, definitely, because everybody may not be possible. We also don't advise somebody to give up his wife and children and join. But somebody who is brahmachari, who has not yet got entangled into a married life, at least they can join. Of course, we can even the vanaprasthas who have finished their responsibilities, they can also do full-time services in the temple. But we find very difficult.
They say that the government associated with the devotees, authoritarian, so many rules and regulations, and you want to be like this movie, more aram se or we can practice.
So that is also good. There is no doubt about it. So we can encourage them. We should not discourage them. We should not say. See, it all depends on where one is placed. It's like if you see in the story of Gajendra, Prabhupada says, if in one ashram one is finding it difficult, one should change the ashram. The example Prabhupada uses, because Gajendra, he belongs to land. Crocodile belongs to water. Crocodile is more strengthful in the water. Elephant has more power on the land. So Prabhupada uses this example because he was for a long time in water. He was losing his strength. He was losing his determination. So Prabhupada is saying we should learn from the story of Gajendra. Let us not be in a situation where you are losing your bodily strength, your determination to practice Krishna consciousness. Better to change that circumstances. Crocodile was becoming more and more stronger, and elephant was becoming, Gajendra was becoming more and more weaker. So Prabhupada is saying we should not place ourselves in such circumstances where we are becoming more and more weaker like Gajendra. So if somebody is comfortable and is able to practice, there is possibility, great possibility in that. There may be a person very determined and his other families are supportive, they may not be very good in Krishna consciousness, but they are supportive. And you will find daily he may come for Mangalarti. Sometimes our brahmachari may not come. And you will find that person is coming daily for Mangalarti, chanting very nicely, and then going out for his services. Great possibilities are there, but less possibilities are there. There you have to stand practically on your own strength. Here you are gaining from the strength of the community. Even a weaker person, he gets encouraged. That is the significance. Prabhupada